Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to draft a pencil, straight and a palazzo trouser. If it's what you like to learn, kindly watch till the end. Starting off, you're going to be needing your pattern papers and your pattern rulers, and also your measurements. The measurements you're going to be needed for this for the drafting of this trouser is your waist circumference, your crotch measurement or your crotch length, your thigh circumference, your one knee circumference, one ankle circumference, your waist to your knee, waist to knee, and waist to ankle. So these are the measurements you're going to be needing for the drafting of this trouser. So the first thing I'm going to do is to place my tape at the tip of my paper, and I'm going to mark 2 inches downwards. So place your tape from the very beginning of your paper and mark 2 inches downwards. After marking the 2 inches, I'm going to use my straight ruler to square across, and I'm going to label this my waistline. After marking my waistline, I'm going to come in from the side of my paper by 2 inches, just like the way I'm doing. Just place your tape from the side of your paper and come in by 2 inches. You're going to mark these 2 inches down to your full length and use your straight ruler to draw a straight line. Now you're going to label this line your margin, your side margin. You're going to label these 2 inches you're coming in by from the side of your paper. You're going to label it your side margin. After marking my waistline and my side margin, I'm going to place my tape on my waistline and I'll measure downwards to my crouch length. Now to get your crouch length is either you tell your client to sit on a flat surface and you measure he or she from their waistline down to this flat surface, just like this illustration, or you do hip circumference plus 2 inches divided by 4. So when you get your hip length, you're going to place your tape from your waistline and you mark downwards to your hip length. When you make a mark, you're going to use your straight ruler to square across. And you're going to label that line your crouch line. After marking your crouch line, on that same crouch line, you're going to come outwards by 1 inch from your side margin on your crouch line, just like the way I'm doing. You come outwards by 1 inch from your side margin on your crouch line. I'm going to extend that your crouch line to that 1 inch you came out by. When you are done extending your crouch line, you will add 2 inches to your waist circumference and divide it by 4. My waist circumference is 13 inches, so I added extra 2 inches, then I divided by 4, and I'm going to mark this on my waistline, and I'm also going to mark on my crouch line. Now when we are marking this, you're going to start from your 2-inch margin. You're going to start from your 2-inch margin. You place your tape exactly on your 2-inch margin, not outside your 2-inch margin. You're going to place your tape exactly on your 2-inch margin. Then you divide your waist. You're going to add 2 inches to your waist circumference, divide it by 4, and you're going to impute it on your waistline and on your crouch line. After marking your answers on your waistline and on your crouch line, you're going to use your straight ruler to connect the 2 points. The next thing you're going to do is your thigh circumference plus 2 inches divided by 2 inches. Your thigh circumference, you add 2 inches to it and divide it by 2 inches. Whatever you get as your answer, you're going to impute it from that 1 inch you came out by on your crouch line. You're going to impute it from that 1 inch you came out by on your crouch line, just like the way I'm doing. So you're going to make a mark there. The next thing you're going to do is to find angle 45 on your crouch line. The straight line that you drew from your waistline down to your crouch line, the point where that straight line meets on the crouch line, you will place your pattern master or your protractor there and you will find angle 45. But if you don't have a pattern master or a protractor, what you will simply do is to place your tape on that point, and you're going to measure 2.5 inches upwards, just like the way I'm doing. You measure 2.5 inches upwards, you make a mark, and you're going to use your ruler to draw a slanted line. After doing that, you're going to place your tape from that V point to where your thigh measurement stopped. You're going to place your tape from that V point to where your thigh measurement stopped. Whatever you get, you're going to divide it by 2, and you're going to mark it on that your angle 45, or that 2.5 inch that you marked. After which, you're going to use your curved ruler to connect from the straight line to the mark you made on the 45 inches to your thigh point. After connecting with your curve, you're going to place your tape on your waistline, and you're going to measure downwards to your knee length and also your ankle length. So you're basically going to input your waist to knee measurements and waist to ankle measurements. Knee length and your ankle length, you're going to use your straight ruler to square across, and you're going to label it your knee line and ankle line. Then on your ankle line, you're going to come downwards by 2 inches for folding allowance. After marking your knee line and your ankle line, you're going to place your tape on your crouch line. Starting from that 2 inch side margin that you marked, you place your tape there and measure to your thigh point, to the point where your thigh stopped. You're going to place your tape and measure from your two inch side margin on your crouch line to your thigh point. You're going to take the measurement and divide it by 2. Whatever you get, you're going to place your tape from side margin on your waistline, and you're going to mark it. You'll mark it on your waistline. You also mark it on your crouch line, on your knee line, and on your ankle line. After marking, you're going to use your straight ruler to connect with a dotted line from your waist down to your ankle. After marking the dotted line, you're going to label this your crease line. After marking your crease line, you're going to divide your 1 knee circumference by 2, and you're going to mark it on both sides of your crease line or your knee line. And you're also going to do the same for your ankle line. So you go down to your ankle line, divide your 1 ankle circumference by 2 and mark it on both sides of your crease line. The next thing you're going to do is to use your hip curve to connect from your waist to your crouch line. To that 1 inch you came out by on your crouch line, just like the way I'm doing. You connect it like this. After connecting from your waist to your crouch line, you also connect from that crouch line down to your knee line, and also you connect to your ankle line. So that is basically all for the drafting of the front part of a pencil trouser. So the next thing we are going to draft now is the front part of a straight trouser. To do that, you're going to place your tape. To do that, what you simply do is from your ankle. This your ankle is also called your pencil mouth. Now from your ankle or your pencil mouth, the pencil mouth trouser, you will come out by 1 inch or 1.5 inch, depending on how big you want your straight or your half or your office trouser to be. Is usually 1 inch or 1.5 inch. So from your pencil mouth, you're going to come out by 1 inch or 1.5 inch. So this 1 inch or 1.5 you're coming out, but you're marking it on both sides of your pencil mouth. You mark it on both sides of your pencil mouth or your ankle line. After coming out by 1.5 inch or 1 inch from your ankle, from your pencil mouth, you're going to use a straight ruler to connect from your crouch line down to that 1 inch you came out by on your ankle line, just like the way I'm doing. So I do not have I wanted to use my ruler to connect it, but it was not long enough. So I had to use my tape. To connect this. So a straight in order to give me that straight line that I want, so I had to use my so I'm connecting with a straight line from my crouch line to my pen to my from my crouch line to that 1 inch I came out by on my ankle line. I'm going to connect it with a straight line on both sides. So my ruler was not long enough, so I had to use my tape to connect it. So after connecting it, I'm going to label that my straight trouser. I'm going to label the first one my pencil trouser, and I'm going to label the second one my straight trouser. So if you're cutting a straight trouser, you're going to cut from this new line that you just marked. Then for the upper part, it's going to remain exactly the same from the waist down to the crotch, because the only difference is that you will come out by 1 inch or 1.5 from your pencil mouth or from your ankle line, and you're going to connect it to your crouch line on both sides. So every other measurement down from your waist down to your crouch line is going to remain the same, because straight trousers or office trousers are always fitted from the waist down to the hip. Now for your palazzo trouser, also from your ankle line or your pencil mouth, you're going to come out by 4 or 5 inches, depending on how wide you want your palazzo to be. You can use 3 inches, 4 inches, or 5 inches, depending on how wide you want your palazzo to be. And you're going to mark it on both sides of pencil mouth. Just place your tape from your pencil mouth and mark your 3 inches or your 4 inches. You're going to connect with a straight ruler from your crouch on both sides. That's 5 inches or 4 inches that you marked on your ankle line. Just like the straight trouser, a palazzo is usually free from the hip or the crouch line. So after connecting it, I'm also going to label this my palazzo. So this is basically all for the drafting of the front part of a pencil, straight and a palazzo trouser. So while cutting each of these trousers, you're going to cut along the lines. Make sure you label it so you won't be confused. You're going to cut along the lines. You're going to long if you're cutting for palazzo, you cut along the palazzo line. Same with the straight and the pencil trouser. If you want your trouser to have a dart from your side front, you're going to come in by 4 inches and you will go down by 5 inches and connect it like your normal dart. But if you don't want a dart, if you want to eliminate the dart, you're going to come in by 1 inch on the waistline. You're going to come in by 1 inch on the waistline and reconnect to your crouch line. And you're also going to minus 2 inches from your waistline for your bind. So you place your tape on your waistline and you're going to come down by 2 inches. You come down by 1.5 instead because you're going to still add half inch for joining the band. So instead of coming down by 2 inches and adding half inch again, you just come down by 1.5 inch. So making a straight trouser, so I'm going to be cutting along the lines of the straight trouser. If this was to be a pencil or a palazzo trouser, I would have cut from the lines of the pencil or the palazzo trouser. But I'm cutting a straight trouser, so I'm going to be cutting along these lines of the straight trouser. So after cutting the straight trouser, I'll also go ahead and cut the pencil trouser. So after cutting out my front piece, I'm going to get my pattern paper and I'll place my front piece on this back pattern. But before then, I'm going to mark 2 inches from the tip of this back pattern. After marking the 2 inches, I'm going to square across. Then I'm going to place the front piece from this 2 inch that I marked downwards. Then from the center front, I'm going to mark 1 inch upwards on the waistline and I'm going to use my ruler to connect it to the side waist. If you are dropping for a hip of 44 inches and above, you are going to come up by 1.5 inches. Then after that, I'm going to place my tape on my crouch line and I'm going to come out by 3.5 inches. I'm going to come out by 3.5 inches on my crouch line. I'll also come out by 3.5 inches on my knee and on my ankle. Then I'll use my ruler to connect. Then on this angle 45, I'm going to mark 1.5 inches. After marking it, I'm going to use my curved ruler to connect it to my waistline. That is basically the only difference between the front and the back piece. Same thing goes with the palazzo and the straight trouser. If you are sewing a palazzo trouser or a straight trouser, you as well come out on the crouch line by 3.5 inches. When you cut out your straight trouser, the front part of your straight trouser or your palazzo trouser, you are going to come up by 1 inch or 1.5 inch depending on the hip you are using, and also on your crouch on your knee line, your crouch line, your knee line, and on your ankle line, you're going to come outwards by 3.5 inches. You connect it and you're going to cut it out. So there's not much difference between the front and the back piece. I found the pieces I removed from my chest trouser. I had to max it back so that I will show you guys what I am trying to explain. So this is what I'm trying to explain. If you are cutting a straight trouser, all you will need to do is when you cut out the front part of your straight trouser, you will mark 3.5 inches on the crouch, knee, and on the ankle line. Then on your waistline, you're going to come up by 1 inch. So after that, you're going to cut out, and that is basically all for the drafting of a pencil, straight, and a palazzo trouser. If you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section. And also, if you want me to make a tutorial on how to join any of these trousers, please let me know in the comment section. So that is all for this tutorial. If you find this video helpful, please like and drop a comment. Subscribe for more videos and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye.